No Nut November, day 24. Today I do have something to report. So I have put it in the title, but I woke up at around 4 a.m. And I had a wet dream. So pretty much I was expecting this. Maybe not in the 30 days, but maybe slightly later on. Because I did mention in a video in the past, I have done stuff like this before, and I have had wet dreams, but for me, they've happened after a certain time frame, so about 30 days, 35 days, and then they've just been sort of more regular. So I'd have that first one after a sort of like a long streak, if you want to say, and then I'd have one sort of every 8 or 9 days, and it would just be regular like that. I'm not too sure the reasoning for that actually, but yeah, it's taken 24 days, and essentially the body said we need to get this dead sperm out, and that's pretty much what's happened. So yeah, I think other people doing the challenge, maybe they'll have something to report like this as well, but I've not seen anyone else who's had to deal with that. But I mean, it is a strange one because this whole idea of NoFap and No Nut November, is there a sort of argument that it might not be healthy? Because for me, my body's almost having to release dead semen when I'm like not conscious for some reason. So you could argue, regular masturbation might be a healthy thing because you're constantly removing dead semen and sort of, you could say, recycling it or something. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about. But I did watch a couple of videos about wet dreams, not necessarily in No Nut November, but just in NoFap in general. Like, if you're trying to achieve some sort of streak. And from what I've seen, people are saying it's not a relapse. So a wet dream isn't a relapse because you're not consciously masturbating. It's just leaving your system, kind of thing. And apparently, it also doesn't affect any of these potential benefits that you're supposed to get, which, by the way, I still haven't noticed. So yeah, there's that as well. But yeah, apparently it doesn't get rid of these benefits that you're meant to get. And I think it's one of them where you almost need to, if your body needs to get rid of that after a certain time frame, and it does it, maybe that's not necessarily healthy. I don't know. I don't really, I don't have an argument either way, really, because you could also argue that the fact that it has got rid of it means everything is still functioning how it should be. Whereas, if you're just masturbating and watching adult content all the time, your body doesn't necessarily need to get rid of that semen. It's just kind of what you're doing. So yeah, it's a tricky one, really. But I did read a statistic as well that said something like the amount of sperm that leaves your body in a wet dream is, I think it's like 4 times less than if you were to masturbate, which is it's kind of interesting. But for me, I can't personally comment on that because it was late. I couldn't really I couldn't really judge how much I'd lost and stuff like that. I mean, I was half asleep and I just cleaned up as much as I could and then just went back to sleep, really. So yeah, apparently it's 4 times masturbating is 4 times more than a wet dream, which it may or may not be true, but yeah, I think it's come at a right time for me in terms of where we are in the month, because for me now it should be plain sailing to get to the 30 days. I mean, I've had that release and I can understand where I'm at and realise like I've only got 6 more days and then it's done, kind of thing. But yeah, I wasn't planning on making a video today, but obviously after that I've had to comment on it and sort of give my opinion. But yeah, I think that should be all for today. Going forward, there probably won't be a video tomorrow, but there may be one on Friday, and maybe some point over the weekend as well. And then obviously the last day is on, well, yeah, it'll be next Wednesday. Well, that'll be Wednesday the 1st. So maybe I'll make a video on the 30th as well. And then on Wednesday I'll try and, I think what I'm going to do is watch every video back and maybe write some sort of list of what I've experienced. And then maybe comment on, benefits and sort of, we'll call it pros and cons, really. So we'll talk about, what went well and what didn't go so well, and then maybe I'll try and come to a conclusion about where I'm going to go forward from this, because it's been an interesting experience up until now. It has been, I wouldn't say an eye-opener, but I'm definitely going to say it's been good and bad, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that video's for later down the line. It's not for now. So yeah, we'll leave it for today, and then we'll maybe make a video on Friday. And yeah, we'll see. But oh yeah, before I go as well, quick shout out to someone on my channel who's been commenting quite regular. I think it's Reformed King Ace, I think, who's still going strong on the challenge, which is very very commendable. So I appreciate that. And yeah, what I have been doing is trying to post the channel a bit around YouTube and just try and get more views, because I don't really want to make a video and then it have 10 views and most of them are from me. So I do want to try and get the channel out there a bit, and see if people want to know what I have to say, because I am detailing my experience. So that's kind of the thing with YouTube. I've not really found many other channels doing this, so maybe people want to hear what I have to say, and some people probably don't. But yeah, we'll call it there for today, and then I'll probably be back Friday or Saturday.